Hello, friends. My name is Noreen Spears, and I am the Communications Chair with the Douglas County Democratic Party, aka Volunteer. We hope that you are all well and adjusting to life under the stay-at-home order. As you know, we typically host monthly events, but we have not been able to do so during this time. So we are going to host virtual events using a popular program called Zoom. Some of those events are happy hour, and some will be our conversation with candidates. These are two of those. Please check our website and our Facebook to see others. If you have never used the program called Zoom, my goal today is to offer a quick overview for joining our events and to help you become familiar with the various screens and tools. Let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you will need to do is RSVP to the virtual events. Then you will be sent an invitation which includes the information you will need to join with Zoom. You join with what is called a web link, and that will be included in the email. So your invitation will look something like this, and the most important part of that is right here. It is the web address for joining the meeting. The second important part is the password, which is right here. We will password protect all of our events. You can also join with a phone. If you click this link down here, it will give you some information on that. Now, if you don't have a device to join except for your phone, I do encourage you to see if you can download the phone app, because the event will just be much more interactive if you're actually in Zoom and not just talking. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll copy this link, open a new browser tab, and paste that in. And I am presented with this window. Yours may look slightly different depending on the browser that you use or your device, but it will have basically you'll be presented with all of the same links. So the first thing I want to point out is right down here, it says join from your browser. If you have an older device or maybe a Chromebooks, you may not be able to actually download Zoom, but you can still join with their browser app. So you would just click that, and you won't get all of the bells and whistles, but you'll still be able to participate. Now, to get into Zoom, first of all, you'll need to download and install the app. And you can do that by clicking this link right here. You only need to do it once. And you would do that just like you install any other application on your device. If you need help with that, we have hired a virtual office manager. His name is Nathan, and he is offered to help anyone who needs it. And to contact him, you can email dcdksnate@gmail.com. So once you have downloaded that app, you just need to open Zoom. And if you have this window here, you can do that. If you don't see that, just click this link here, and either Zoom will open, or again, depending on your device and your browser, you may get a dialog that looks like this. So I just click right here, and it opens my Zoom application, and it asks me for that password we talked about. So I'm going to go back to my email. I'm going to copy that password, and I'm going to go ahead and paste it in and say join. Now it asks me if I want to join with video, and that's the fun of Zoom, right? Even though, well, your hair, it's fine. We want to see you. Please join us with video. So I'm going to say join with video. Okay, and then it asks me if I want to join with computer audio. And of course, it's much more fun if you have audio. That's what makes it interactive. Now at this point, I can test my speaker and my microphone. Let's just go ahead and click that and take a look. So it asks me if I hear ringtones. That means that my speakers are working. So I'm going to say yes. And then it asked me if I can hear the replay, which I can, and it's annoying, so I said yes right away. But I know that both my speakers and my microphone are working, which is great, so then I'm going to say join with computer audio. Okay, now I get to say that again, and there we are. I am in the Zoom meeting, and there's my husband helping me out. Thank you. And I'm just going to go over a few of the tools that you're seeing on your window. So right here in the bottom left, we'll start there. That's your speaker. So when you see green on there, it means that your speaker is working and others in the meeting can hear you. If you have some problems with that, you do have some options here. Here's that test speaker and microphone again, and a few other things that you might be able to try. You can also mute yourself. Now, during some of the events, like the conversations with candidates, your host will probably mute you because we don't want to hear, the background noise, or sometimes there's even kind of some replay that we pick up. So we want to have it muted during some events. Of course, for happy hours, we definitely don't want it muted. So I'm going to unmute myself. And the other thing is the video. I can stop showing my video at any time right there. And there are a few options for video, which are kind of fun to play with. There's a virtual background, which my husband obviously has on. And there are some other settings. I'm not going to go through those. You can play with those at your will. Of course, I do have to point out my favorite one says touch up my appearance. I'm not sure it does anything, but it does make me feel better. Okay, so those are really the two things that you'll probably use the most. The other things, that the participants, it shows us how many are there. The chat session, actually you may use, especially during those conversations with candidates. You may be invited to actually ask some questions on the chat, and the moderator may then look through those and even present them during the event. So that is how you open the chat window. It also is a nice place sometimes, if people can't hear you, they'll let you know in chat, and then you can still communicate and kind of even troubleshoot a little bit there. So it's nice to have. Okay, the other big thing is this speaker view up here. So right now I'm in what's called gallery, and I can see everyone in the meeting, and it can become very small thumbnails if you get a lot of people in your meeting. Or you can be on speaker view, which makes the person speaking very large. So I prefer gallery, so I'm going to do that. Those are mainly the tools that you'll want to see, that you may need to play with during the Zoom meeting. The other thing I want to show you are the breakout rooms. So during our happy hours, we're going to break into smaller groups, or what are called breakout rooms, so that we can have more intimate conversations and get to know each other better. So you will see that there's a breakout room. So you can click to join the breakout room, or after a few seconds, it will actually put you in the breakout room like this. So Kieran had already joined, and here we are. So we're now in a breakout room, and during the happy hours, we'll have 4 of those for 15 minutes so that we can get to know each other. And then when the 15 minutes is up, it says return to main session, and it has a countdown, and then you can click the button, and you come back. Okay, and that is everything I wanted to present to you. Again, if you have any questions or would like to have some one-on-one help, please email Nate at dcdksnate@gmail.com. And I hope to see you at some events. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.